Nike is practically giving away money for its pre-Black Friday sale. So if you didn't know, right now at Nike outlets across the US, they are having 40% off its clearance items. This is a huge discount because you can take that 40% off and add an additional 15% on top of that, basically giving you 49% off the entire store. And not to mention, most of these shoes are already discounted. Because they're discounted, using that discount just saves you even more money. I want to show you guys an example of what a client just bought inside of my free reselling challenge by using Nike's sale. So he went to his local Nike outlet and bought 15 pairs of these Nike SB Alley-oop. As you can see, they're pretty much stacking up to his entire ceiling. But the craziest part about this shoe is the price. He paid only $17.83 per pair, which is a crazy discount considering they retail for $75. Now, how did he get it this cheap? Well, at his Nike outlet, they were 35 bucks. And then like I mentioned, they're having that 40% off sale. So that brought it down to, I think, around 21 bucks. Then he got an additional 15% on top of that, which saved him an extra few dollars. So that's how he ended up paying $17.83. And then he did that with each and every pair. So all 15 pairs were that same price. And by the way, if you don't know how to get an additional 15% off every time you go to Nike, check the link in the description down below to my free reselling challenge. And inside I have a video showing you how. But that's not the craziest part. The craziest part is how quick this shoe sells. So looking at this shoe, this is a shoe that most resellers, and maybe yourself included, would walk right by. But on POIZON, if you check this right here, it sells and has sold 207,000 times. And that's just POIZON alone, but 207,000 times is absolutely crazy. I'm on StockX right now, and this Travis Scott, which is one of the more popular Travis Scotts that came out last year, in the last 12 months has only sold 5,200 times. So if my math's right, that alley-oop has sold 40 times more than this Travis Scott has in the last year. It's absolutely crazy. But that's not the craziest part. The craziest part is the fees that you pay on POIZON when you sell this shoe. So they're only having a 6.5% fee on this shoe. And if you were to sell it at $38, they sell for around 38 to 40 bucks. You pay $3.61 in fees. Yes, you're hearing me right. $3.61 in fees. Let's look at what they go for on StockX and compare the fees. So here we are on StockX looking at the shoe right now. Let's check the market data. It has sold 5 times in the last month, which isn't too bad. Like, that's not a super slow selling shoe. But compared to POIZON, I mean, it blows it out of the water. If you guys see this screenshot in the last 7 days, this shoe in just size 9.5 has sold 52 times, 200 times over the last 30 days. But that's not all. If we check the sales volume on StockX, only 338 sales on StockX. Again, just way lower. And if we were to sell it for $38 on StockX, the same price, your payout is only 27 bucks. Here's how the fees break down. So you pay that $5 fee, 3% processing fee, which is on every platform, right? And then another $4 shipping. So, I mean, that's a big difference when your shoe is only $17. That's the difference between a $10 profit and a $17 profit. And that specifically adds up when you bought 15 pairs. I mean, that's $100 in profit difference between POIZON and StockX. And I don't even care about the profit, to be honest. The biggest issue is the volume. Like, you could sell all 15 pairs. I mean, just that size 9.5 have sold 50 times in the last 7 days. You'd sell 15 pairs in 2 to 3 days at that rate. So if you are not on POIZON yet, use the link down below in the description to sign up. And if you want a free sale, you can actually join my reselling challenge like I talked about earlier in this video. If you join that, inside I have a guide on how to get your first sale on POIZON completely free. So just follow the instructions and you'll get that as well. But I am telling you, POIZON is going to be huge in the US in 2025. And if you're not on it, you are going to be missing out dramatically. And if we look at this shoe on GOAT as well, the fees, if you sold it for 44 bucks, you actually still make less than if you were to sell it for 38 on POIZON. So it's about the same fees as they are on StockX. The bigger difference is this shoe actually sucks even more on GOAT. It doesn't sell nearly as quick. It sold 8 times in 9.5 in the last like 2 years. So just super slow seller versus POIZON. It's really good. And that's why it's so important to be on these different platforms if you're a new reseller or just even an experienced reseller as well. Because you would walk by this shoe if you looked it up on GOAT, because it sucks. It's not a good purchase on GOAT. But because you got it so cheap and it does sell super quick on POIZON, you can actually make money on it. That's why instead of the free reselling accelerator challenge, I send daily online leads that you guys can go and buy completely free that are POIZON specific, because they don't do very well on other platforms, or maybe they just do a lot better on POIZON. You can save a ton of money, and there's a lot of shoes that are very, very profitable on POIZON. And again, they're just really, really good shoes to start off with. So again, if you're someone who hasn't started selling on POIZON yet, what are you waiting for? Use the link down below to sign up. It's somewhere you need to be, because you're going to be missing out on profits if you're not on it. And by the way, using this Nike sale right now is the perfect time for new resellers to start reselling. You're able to buy shoes for $17. Like, come on, it's hard to find used shoes for 17 bucks. If you're getting new shoes for that cheap, it's very difficult to fail as a reseller, and you don't have to break the bank, right? You're not buying these $200 shoes that are super expensive. I mean, last week when I went to my Nike outlet, I bought 11 pairs of shoes and it was nearly $700, right? And I still buy bricks. It can get expensive. $17 is crazy cheap. I would buy those all day. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video and you think Nike sales are as crazy as I do. If you learned a thing, let me know in the comments down below. Would love to hear your feedback. But go get after this sale. It's not going to last long. Appreciate you guys for watching. Have a blessed rest of your day. Peace.